A year ago and heard Makala talk about her business, but we're kind of doing a refresh today. So the purpose of a refresh is to kind of say, hey, here's where we were, here's where we're going, here's where we've been. And so she's going to come and talk about Makala counter photography.
Okay, can you hear me? Okay, well, I am Makala Counter Photography. I was here for the first 1 million cups back in April of last year. And so I was happy to be able to present on a refill edition of my business to kind of give an update of where we are now. So we are a local photography studio. We're located downtown in the Griffin building on the 4th floor. We have 1,100 square foot studio space, and we actually just expanded onto the 3rd floor and got a couple office spaces. So bless Alex, she doesn't have to work, 1 foot away from me anymore. Our desks used to be touching each other. So now we have a little bit of space, which is nice. And we also have like a client reveal room. So our clients actually come back. We do same day image reveal. They come back, look at their images. We can sit down, look at their products. They can see the albums, the wall art, feel the different textures, everything like that, and order their products. So I'm actually going to show you a little video. We ran a commercial for a few months on KOAM, and I think this is it. Gina I think we're going to have to switch it over because it wasn't working. But what is a boudoir luxury experience? So a client experience with me starts off in the morning, and it is a full day luxury experience. Comes complete with professional hair, makeup, all done in the studio. Then we do about a 90-minute photo shoot, but from my experience, I've learned that women, their confidence is just through the roof whenever they leave. So instead of waiting to feel confident to do a shoot to get your confidence back. Okay, so that was obviously showcasing one aspect of my business, which is the boudoir photography side. So I'm very adamant about and passionate, I would say, about women and women empowerment and feeling comfortable in your own skin. And so I do a lot of boudoir photography in my studio. And so it is a same day process. So you show up, get hair, makeup. We have an expansive client wardrobe with over 100 pieces ranging from extra small to 6X. Lots of different robes, things like that. And then we do the photo shoot. Then I send clients down to have lunch on me down at social, and then they come back in about 2 hours and we look at their images and go over the whole process together. So that is, oh yeah.
Okay. Can you move that thing off your earrings? Is it earrings?
I wonder if it was jiggling. It has like a jiggle. I couldn't figure out what it was. I tried to adjust it. It was your
I'm like, I don't even know if I need this. I feel like
I had turned it down because that feedback noise, and I didn't know what it was.
Oh.
So yeah.
Okay, so another aspect of our business that's kind of taken off lately is headshots, commercial headshots. So we do a lot for, we did the whole KOAM team. We've done several local businesses, just entrepreneurs, people who they just need like an updated LinkedIn profile. They don't necessarily need the whole shebang. But if you do need the whole shebang, we do offer branding sessions, which are a little bit more extensive. They last several hours. You get 10 different looks, content for the whole year, several locations. That's great for people who are maybe like launching a website or rebranding themselves or anything like that. It includes product photography, all of that. We've partnered with Athena for a few businesses. They've kind of outsourced their photography needs to us to handle, which has been great. So we also do subscription-based services with a few different places like Newton's Jewelers. They're on a subscription base with us, so we'll do 6 shoots with them in a year. We can do one in the studio. We've done a downtown theme with a retro car, which was just in the Show Me magazine, which was really cool. Just different themes. Whatever they have, I'm open to ideas. I encourage ideas, so that way I don't have to think of them all myself. So headshots is another big aspect of the business. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about is a new service we are offering. Oh, you got it right?
Are you ready?
Yes. Yes. So this is the latest edition. It is a photo booth, and so it is sleek, chic, compact. Thought it would be a great addition to the services I'm already currently offering. I do a lot of weddings as well, a lot of corporate events, event coverage, and so I figured, you know, why not go ahead and tack this on? This is something that's, you know, very low touch, and can also, you know, fills a need. So it does, oh, let me go to this.
The wizard behind the screen is not doing a good job.
You're doing great, thank you, Gina.
Yeah.
So, okay, so this photo booth is, it does photo, video, GIF, whatever, however you say it. Does anybody know? I know. Boomerangs, it has LED custom lighting. You can do customized templates for your event. So, you know, say it's, you know, Jaguar Christmas party or whatever, we can customize that. Can do like analytics for corporate events, things like that, email capture, all of that. So it's great for just like, you know, say you're doing a wedding reception to a birthday party, bridal party, or even like a company Christmas party, or even like a company launch party, and you want to, you know, have something that you can capture people's emails and market to them at a later date. So kind of does it all. It's really easy to set up and all of that. So we're excited to start offering that service. And, you know, here's some like the backdrops. Of course, we're going to be expanding that, but I just started with kind of a marble two-toned. Thought it was pretty basic, generic, but of course, yeah. So anyway, that's kind of an update on where I am now compared to where I was a year ago. We did hire a new person who starts today, so now we'll be a team of 5, so I'm excited for that. I am growing my associate program, which is, so I don't have to do all the photographing myself, so that way, you know, Alex has been training with me since January, and so I'm planning to have her start, you know, booking events and mini sessions and doing weddings and things like that. So we, you know, I've been working at this business for 5 years, and so I want to expand and not put it, you know, limit it to my capabilities. So, yeah, okay. You guys have any questions?
So last time, there were several new things that you were implementing and getting started. So over the last year, what's been what's done the best, or what's been the big push, or what, that out from where you were to now?
Well, I'm like trying to remember where exactly I was, because like so much has changed, and I feel like I always am like climbing the mountain. So, I mean, I would say one of the biggest thing is just like growing our team and growing our services that we offer, and really just, you know, I'm still trying to push the education side. It's kind of taken a back seat right now while I'm training my associates so they can take on some more of the actual shooting side, and I can do some more educational side. I really want to work on developing some like e-courses and guides that I can kind of put up and make some passive income that way. But yeah, that's kind of where I am right now. I just only have 2 hands until I can get some more help.
Well, and I don't know that if we rearranged the slideshow or what, and the wild time.
Oh, so that's,
another.
yeah, that's for another day. I did start another business, but it's the next one. Wild Honey, I did start kind of a spin-off company that I can present on later, but we offer, you know, active intimates and loungewear, and so that's kind of a separate speech, I guess.
Active intimates, I wanna know more.
Okay,
You
so
have to
if
come
you
back
have-
with that, okay?
Yes.
If you have a question, please use the microphone, because we are recording this, so.
How to get fired, 101.
I've got a question and then a follow-up with feedback.
Okay,
So welcome back.
thank you.
Great presentation. The question is, since you've added to your team and your last presentation, what structures have you put into place to build your culture within your organization?
Okay, so this actually hits on a good thing that I was gonna say is something I need to work on, is that I really, I do want to try and find resources in the community that can help expand my leadership skills and becoming a better leader for my team, and figuring out how I can be there to support them and make sure that they are, you know, it's a happy work environment and that we're all kind of like growing together. But I would say, I mean, you know, I feel like we work so closely, it's like almost, I mean, Alex can probably talk to you about it. I mean, what do we do for culture, Alex? Like, I don't know.
So I have I have to? So my background is in retail management, and so I feel like going forward, we're gonna have, I guess, more of like a chain of command type of thing, where I will probably be the first to report to, and then Makala, so she can kind of delegate more duties to me to oversee, so that way she can spend her time a little bit more wisely, I guess, expanding her education and diving into other things. Which, please don't dive into too many other things, because we have a lot going on. But as far as culture goes, since it's just mainly the two of us, because the other two are our makeup team, and they're not there consistently, because they're there to perform, of course, getting the styling, and then they leave. So I guess we just kind of just talk, complain about duties behind your back, I'm just saying. Just thinking of like, I guess, anytime there's any issue, I guess, we're just right there, we just talk. So I guess culture is going to probably change, so this is a good question for us.
Yeah, to follow up on later, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yes and no?
Good, okay. It did answer.
Okay.
It was a great way, it actually was a beautiful thing to see you two communicate with each other and make progress there, so.
Yeah, I'm like, help me out here.
And then the follow-up on feedback is, I'm a big fan of Simon Sinek, and his book, The Power of Why, and his presentation on YouTube called How Great Leaders Inspire Action. If you haven't seen it, watch it. So it's in that vein of what I want to share with you next. So in that, and other marketing books I've read through the years, is the power of language and how that operates with the human brain. So neural pathways are very powerful. And if you can incorporate that into your language and your presentation, it's a great way to augment what your sales is, or if you're working toward a higher close ratio when you do a presentation. So two things that came out at me as an opportunity would be when you gave your presentation and you said your clients, you buy them lunch and they go downstairs, and then you say then they come back and you review the images. What if you change that language and you said, go enjoy lunch, and when you come back, we're gonna sit down and look at the moments that we captured for you.
Yeah, I like that.
See how that
Good.
feels different?
Yeah.
After you watch that 18-minute video on YouTube, you'll see why that's powerful.
Yeah.
Because we have neural pathways about moments. Everybody wants to have a great moment in life, so you're triggering a positive thing in there. And then the other thing is, when you're talking about headshots, and there's like the basic and then the high end, you said, and the higher end one is more expensive. I would challenge you to eradicate the word expensive, or saying more expensive than anything that you do.
Yeah, yeah.
You're dealing with professional people on headshots, so you can say, here is our base package, and then here's our other package that's more of an investment for you in your career.
Yeah. I like
See how that feels different?
Yeah.
So that's what I want.
Thank you for that, Deb. Great
You bet.
feedback.
I typed the resource
Okay.
for later.
We're recording over lunch.
Yeah.
So what I love, and a little bit on what Doug was saying, is what I think is powerful about what you do is the way that you said in the video about the boudoir photography is not waiting to do it till you feel confident in yourself, but doing it to help build your confidence. And those types of stories, just like Doug was saying, that make you rethink why you wanna do it.
Yeah.
Make someone consider, like, that's not something I've ever considered, you know what I mean, like,
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
hasn't been something that I would have thought about it, but that might change the way you think about it.
And that's,
And so in everything, just like with your headshots and
Yeah.
the weddings, it's like those moments that you sit down and see, that you feel beautiful, you feel how powerful that wedding, those experiences were, it makes the cost of it not what you're thinking about. It makes,
Right.
those memories, like you've captured them at that moment and you can enjoy those. So in everything you're doing, even with the new
Yeah.
business, we talked a little bit about it, it's not selling the product, it's selling why it makes you feel good and why you wanna buy it through you. Like, you
Yes.
stop looking at the
Yeah.
brands, you stop looking at the cost, you start looking at just like, that just made me feel really good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what about it did, but. So that's
And
really
we're
cool.
huge on collecting testimonies with before and after images, like that is on our checklist every single time, so that way, you know, because a lot of times people think like, oh, I'm not a model, or I couldn't look like that, or I couldn't, but yes, you can, like, these are just everyday women, you know, and so I think that that's like the most powerful testament to it, is showing like this before woman who, of course, she's gorgeous before, and then after, when she's done up with hair and makeup, and she's gorgeous after, but you can see the transformation and the confidence that just like radiates from them, and then reading their testimony paired with that really does volumes for us.
Hi, first I want to say, like, your photography is amazing, and I
Thank
look
you.
forward to speaking with you about some things you could do with my shop.
Yeah.
And then also, I just kind of wanted to plug a group that I'm a part of, and some people who come in here sometimes are, is Toastmasters. That you were talking about speaking and wanting to be able to feel a little bit more comfortable. Toastmasters is a group, the one that I'm a part of. We meet every Saturday morning at 8,
Okay.
and it's just a bunch of
Saturday
business.
morning at 8.
It's actually way better than you think, because you get it over with and then you have
Yeah.
your entire day. So what you basically do is you give speeches while other people in a safe environment, and everyone critiques you on your speech. So
Yeah.
it's gives you the ability to have better business speaking. Like, somebody will count how many times you put in like the
I'm a big
superfluous,
um.
yeah, like the ums and ahs. And it is just a really good environment that is positive, like a networking place, and also like we've hosted events where we've had people come in to do I just headshots and things, but
Yeah.
it's a great place to kind of develop a little bit more confidence in being in front of people.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, anything that, you know, I can try and, you know, get better at my speaking skills, my entrepreneur skills, being a better leader, being a better team, you know, how can I support my team that we can all lift up together, so.
Yeah, I'll second that though, Toastmasters is awesome.
We've
Anybody else have a
had
question?
several people, like there was a speaker who really talked about Toastmasters. I know Anita, who comes here, goes to Toastmasters too, and they've
Okay.
only had really, really positive.
Where do you guys meet?
We meet at the Live Church on Duquesne.
Okay, yeah.
I do have another question. So you said that you're training other people to take photographs. So for instance, you've been working with
Mhm.
Alex to take photos. So when people are booking you and they think they're gonna get them, because your company's name is Makala Towner, they think
Mhm.
they're gonna get Makala to take their photographs, they like your images, not that Alex's are not great, but is there something you're doing, like a different sort of pricing? Is there, like, what are you doing to like let people know that these photographs are gonna be just as great as mine, but you know, there's
Great
a
question, yeah, so, that is why the process is so lengthy. Alex has been working with me since January on this, and she's still not 100%, I'm still kind of like, got her under my wing on, you know, helping her with shoots and doing that, so she'll actually, during like a session, I'll have my camera out, and she'll have my second camera body, and she'll be shooting the same angles, asking my settings, doing that, and so, you know, and then I have the same presets, so the editing style is the same. I'm very like particular OCD on how I want it to be consistent, and so until I feel that she's reached that consistency level, I'm not gonna just like turn her loose, you know? So, but it is in my, you know, contracts when they sign that they understand Makala Towner Photography is a business, and they're not guaranteed to work with me specifically. They may be assigned a team member or an associate, and then I spend a lot of time, you know, with brand awareness, showcasing that, like, you know, meet the team series. So we have on our brochures that we send out, meet Alex, meet Tiffany, meet Candace, meet, you know, Makala, all of these, talking about it. Alex is very active. We have a private Facebook group. She's very active in the group, going live, doing things. So people, I think that's the biggest thing, is getting comfortable with another person. And so we do spend a lot of time like showing her face, showing her work, you know, things like that. And so ideally they're not gonna be able to tell a difference between my work and hers whenever she gets to that point. I really wanna get to a point where it's like, you know, I'm only cherry picking the jobs that I want to photograph, you know, and the rest is just my team handling it. And so again, that's kind of where we're working towards, it's a big part of me is learning to let go and just like trust that all this training that I put into them is fine and I don't have to micromanage and control everything. So it's okay.
Yeah, that's a great
No
answer.
comment.
Anybody else? Okay. Thank you.